So you keep hearing about Kubernetes, containers, cloud native, and the KCNA exam. And now you're wondering, okay, what exactly is this certification? And do I actually need to know Kubernetes already? Good news. The KCNA is designed for beginners. Don't worry, this sounds scarier than it is. The KCNA, or Kubernetes and Cloud Native Associate, is an entry-level certification that proves you understand the foundations of Kubernetes and the cloud-native ecosystem. And in this quick bite, we're going to break down what the KCNA exam is, who it's for, what it covers, and what you need to focus on to pass it. Welcome to QuickBytes Education. Today's quick bite is all about the KCNA exam, explained simply, quickly, and clearly. Let's get started. KCNA stands for Kubernetes and Cloud Native Associate. It is a certification from the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, or CNCF, and the Linux Foundation. The purpose of the exam is to validate foundational knowledge of Kubernetes and cloud-native technologies. Now notice that word, foundational. This is not the same as the CKAD, the Certified Kubernetes Administrator exam, where you perform hands-on tasks in a live command line environment. The KCNA is a multiple-choice exam. That means it is more about understanding concepts, terminology, architecture, and how cloud-native pieces fit together. Think of the KCNA as your starting point. It helps prove that you understand what Kubernetes is, why containers matter, how cloud-native applications are built, and how tools like networking, storage, observability, security, and application delivery fit into the bigger picture. The KCNA is a good fit for students, career changers, junior IT professionals, developers, system administrators, DevOps beginners, cloud beginners, and anyone who wants to build a strong Kubernetes foundation. You do not need to already be a Kubernetes expert. You do not need to be a senior cloud engineer, and thankfully, you do not need to sacrifice a keyboard to the Kubernetes gods. But you do need to understand the basic ideas clearly. For the exam, you should know what a container is, what a pod is, what a node is, what a cluster is, and why Kubernetes is used to manage containerized applications. The KCNA exam is online, proctored, and multiple choice. That means you take it remotely, but you are monitored during the exam. The exam duration is 90 minutes. The certification is valid for 2 years. There are no prerequisites, and the exam includes one retake. So if you are new to Kubernetes, the KCNA is one of the friendliest ways to start building confidence before moving toward more advanced certifications like CKA, CKAD, KCSA, or CKS. The KCNA exam currently has 4 major domains. The first domain is Kubernetes Fundamentals, and this is the biggest section at 44%. That means this is where you should spend a lot of your study time. You need to understand Kubernetes core concepts, basic administration, scheduling, and containerization. For example, know the difference between a container, pod, node, and cluster. A container packages an application and its dependencies. A pod is the smallest deployable unit in Kubernetes and can hold 1 or more containers. A node is a machine that runs workloads. A cluster is the full Kubernetes environment made of control plane components and worker nodes. This is where people usually overcomplicate it. At a high level, Kubernetes is like the operations manager for your containers. It decides where they run, keeps them running, and helps them communicate. The second domain is container orchestration at 28%. This includes networking, security, troubleshooting, and storage. For the exam, you should understand why orchestration matters. Running one container manually is easy. Running hundreds of containers across multiple servers, keeping them healthy, scaling them, connecting them, updating them, and recovering from failures? That is where Kubernetes earns its paycheck. You should know that Kubernetes helps with scheduling workloads, restarting failed containers, scaling applications, managing configuration, connecting services, and attaching storage when applications need persistent data. Also understand basic networking ideas, like how services expose applications, and basic security ideas, like why least privilege, secrets, and secure configurations matter. The third domain is cloud-native application delivery at 16%. This section focuses on how applications are delivered, updated, and debugged in cloud-native environments. You should understand the basics of CI/CD, GitOps, deployments, rollouts, and debugging. CI/CD stands for continuous integration and continuous delivery or deployment. In plain English, it means teams use automation to test and deliver software faster and more reliably. GitOps takes that idea further by using Git as the source of truth for infrastructure and application changes. For the exam, remember this. Cloud native is not just about running apps. It is about delivering apps in a repeatable, scalable, automated way. The fourth domain is cloud-native architecture at 12%. This includes observability, cloud-native ecosystem principles, and community collaboration. Observability means understanding what is happening inside your system, using signals like metrics, logs, and traces. Metrics tell you numbers, like CPU usage or request count. Logs tell you what happened. Traces help follow a request across different services. You should also understand core cloud-native principles like scalability, resilience, automation, microservices, containers, and open standards. The CNCF ecosystem includes many tools beyond Kubernetes, such as projects related to monitoring, service mesh, networking, security, and application delivery. You do not need to memorize every CNCF project like it is a grocery list, but you should understand the major categories and why they matter. A common mistake is thinking the KCNA is only about Kubernetes commands. It is not. Basic kubectl awareness is useful, but the KCNA is mainly about understanding concepts. Another mistake is ignoring cloud-native topics outside Kubernetes. The exam expects you to understand the wider ecosystem: containers, orchestration, networking, storage, security, observability, CI/CD, GitOps, and cloud-native architecture. And one more thing. Do not just memorize definitions. Understand how the pieces work together. For example, a deployment manages replicas of pods. A service gives stable network access to those pods. Config maps and secrets provide configuration. Persistent volumes help with storage. Observability tools help you monitor what is happening. That is the kind of connection the exam wants you to make. To prepare, start with Kubernetes basics. Learn containers, pods, nodes, clusters, namespaces, deployments, services, config maps, secrets, scheduling, and scaling. Then study container orchestration concepts like networking, storage, security, and troubleshooting. After that, move into cloud-native delivery topics like CI/CD, GitOps, and application debugging. Finally, review observability and the CNCF ecosystem. A great study approach is to explain each concept out loud in plain English. If you can explain what a pod does, what a service does, and why Kubernetes is useful without reading notes, you are in good shape. So, what is the KCNA exam? The KCNA is the Kubernetes and Cloud Native Associate Certification. It is a beginner-friendly, multiple-choice exam that validates foundational Kubernetes and cloud-native knowledge. It covers Kubernetes fundamentals, container orchestration, cloud-native application delivery, and cloud-native architecture. To pass, focus on understanding the concepts, not just memorizing words. Know how containers, pods, nodes, clusters, services, storage, networking, security, observability, CI/CD, and GitOps fit together. In one sentence, the KCNA proves you understand the foundation of Kubernetes and the cloud-native world. Like, subscribe, and keep building your knowledge with QuickBytes Education, one quick byte at a time.